Welcome back, everyone. It is the first episode of Season 9, and we're going to start it off with the 2028 NFL Draft. Before we do that, I have one free agent signing to tell you about, and that is quarterback Cody McDougald. If you remember him, we drafted him, I believe it was in the second or third round, the same year we drafted Tyler Schwartz. I ended up trading away Cody because I could get a lot for him, and Schwartz was just taking off. So I was like, Cody's never going to see the field for us. I might as well get something for him. Apparently, he really liked Oklahoma City because not only was he willing to come back, but I signed him for the absolute minimum. Got him for 7 years, $5.25 million, and he's going to be a really good backup. In fact, he's probably the best backup in the league and could potentially start on a couple teams. But came back home to Oklahoma City where he was drafted, and he'll spend the majority of his years here. I have absolutely no reason to trade him from this point on, at least until his last year, because quarterbacks don't get any cheaper than what I got him for, especially his talent level. So if anything were to happen to Schwartz, we have a pretty good backup that can keep our season rolling. All of the other people that I offered contracts to turned them down, so they can go have losing seasons wherever else they want to go. We'll keep winning our Super Bowls, right? Anyway, with that said, it's time to go ahead and get this draft started. If you remember, we have the 2nd, 5th, 6th, and the 32nd pick in the first round, so it's going to be a busy year for us. There are, I almost hit simulate draft. There are a few people that I have targeted that I would really like to get, but it all depends on if they're available or not. All right, the Colts go with quarterback Easton Henry, which gives me my pick of the guys that I wanted. I have a little under 2 minutes to make up my mind between Walter Mayweather or Marion Whitaker. Now, I think Marion Whitaker is going to be better overall, like his overall stat. And it would be nice to have someone that we can start developing to take over in a safety spot because Derwin James is getting old and his contract is running out. With that said, we just switched to a West Coast zone run offense, which means we need agile linemen. And there are two really good agile linemen here. So, as much as I want Marion Whitaker, I think I'm going to take Walter. I want to check something real quick here. Yeah, I mean, any of the three guys that I want could really get picked at any point here. So I'm going to go with the fact that linemen seem to be harder to get and safeties kind of common and easy to get. So I'm going to go with the linemen first and hope that these two are available the next time I pick.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
All right, so Walter Mayweather ended up being a 75 overall with normal development rate, was the 8th overall talent. We got him at 2nd, which means we technically reached. Not great skills, but I do think he can develop into a quality lineman. Right, who did the Bears take? Bears took a middle linebacker. I did think the two middle linebackers that I had on the draft board, or I'm sorry, not the Bears, the Eagles. I do think him and the other middle linebacker I had on my draft board pretty high up were going to be good. He obviously ended up being a 75. The Bears are taking Zach Flowers. Now, Zach Flowers did look amazing, and obviously came out amazing. But we have two really good cornerbacks. Also, with them picking him, it gives me my two guys here. Now, I really want Jaron Tucker, so I might have to trade back up for him. But before I even think about taking him, I'm going to take these two guys. Marion Whitaker, normal development trait, 74 overall. Not great stats, but again, I think he can develop. and that's what he's going to be doing his first year, is developing. And then we're going to take that other lineman. One of these guys are going to play right guard, and then the other one's going to stay at left guard.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
73 overall, normal development trait, 13th best. His pass blocking is disgusting, but other than that, he's pretty decent. I do think he'll develop, though. So I'm satisfied with what we got. I do think we obviously could have done better with our top picks.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
In fact, take a look at... Okay. So this is about where Jaron should go. In fact, he should be one of the next guys off the board. And I really want him, and I'm going to show you why. Look at that speed. 4.29. And he can catch the ball, and he's agile and quick. So he's going to be a burner. If we can develop him into a route runner as well, he's going to be a darn good wide receiver. Really want him. So let's see if the Tampa Bay is willing to trade. Okay, they need a wide receiver, so they probably would be picking him. With that said, I am looking to get rid of Kai Ali. So let's see how close this gets us. Okay, it's not bad. Left end. Can I spare left end? Take either of my left ends. Are both going to be pretty bad. Let's offer them the worst one first. Okay, so I mean, in a pinch, we might be able to come back to them. All right, we're going to have to offer some picks, though. We'll go with the 2nd and 6th.
Hold on now. This pick is trading teams.
Okay, so Kai Ali, our 2nd round pick, and our 6th round pick for the 8th overall pick, which is going to turn into Jaron. I mean, Kai Ali wasn't even that great, as you've seen, so I think this guy has a chance of being just as good and eventually being better.
The Bills are now on the clock.
So yeah, he ended up being better. Only normal development trait, but I mean, that's fine. 2nd overall talent in the draft. 97 speed. Man, if a 4.29 is a 97 speed, I'd really like to know what a 99 speed is. He has good acceleration, about average or so for the position. His catching and catching traffic, spectacular catch, those are good. His route running and release needs work. So the first few points that he gets are going to go into his route running. But if we can get those routes to 80 or so, he's going to be a darn good 3rd wide receiver for us. So I'm excited. Yeah, excited. All right, resume. Now, while the other teams draft, I'm going to show you my draft board here. We do have the 32nd pick, and then we don't pick again until the 5th round. I don't really want to draft another wide receiver in the 1st round, though I am open to drafting one in the 5th round because I do think we need a better 5th wide receiver. We get down here to Jerry Cousins, strong safety. He'll probably be pretty decent. So I might consider drafting him if he's available, but I have a hard time believing he will be. With that said, there are a few other people here that that are going to be pretty good. Middle linebacker wise, I think we're okay, though I could use a 3rd one, which would actually be our first backup.
The Broncos are now on the
we
clock.
need a left end, so actually I think I'm going to move this guy to the top of my draft board. because he'll probably start for us. He's a speed rusher, unfortunately. We need a power rusher. What's his strength? 29. That's not bad. So if this guy's available when I pick at the end of the first round, he's going to be the guy that I go with. If not, I'm going to have to decide between these few here. I do kind of want to pick up one of these two running backs if they're available in the 5th round. I have Jarius Dowling ranked higher than Joe Kenny, mainly because actually I don't think I went through and changed it. Let me look real quick here. Okay, so Joe Kenny was the guy that I wanted over Darius, so there. Flip those two. Hopefully Joe's available the 13th pick of the 5th round. So how about, since none of you probably really care what the other teams get, let's go ahead and just go to my next pick.
The Oklahoma City Nighthawks are now on the clock.
Okay, so he's available. I'm going to draft him. He'll probably be my starter. Remember, when you were looking at the trade screen, 71 overall was my current starter with the 70 as a backup. This guy's probably going to be better.
The Colts are now on
72, yep. So he'll be our starter. Normal development rate, so probably not the long-term answer, but he can get us through this season, maybe next season. The big thing we have to do is build up his power moves. In fact, actually, if we get his power moves up to the mid-70s to an 80 or so, it's going to be really good because he's fast and strong. So yeah, that's the first round. I do have an extra left end now, though, so Buccaneers. Let's go and go to the Buccaneers. They needed a left end, right? Maybe I can get their 2nd round pick from them. Or even maybe a 3rd.
The Eagles are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the
Let's
clock.
See who's available here.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
All right. So nobody I really want at the moment, like with the 2nd pick, is available. With that said, I could trade for the 3rd pick and pick up either Joe Kinney or Richard Dodson. This guy's going to be pretty decent, but we need pass defense middle linebackers. So I'm going to do that. Alright, let's go to the next round.
The Colts are now on the clock.
And I'm assuming they're still available? They are, okay. Heck, you know what? Let's just see what the Colts leave. Let's not leave it to chance. See if we can trade away a left end to the Colts. Apparently they don't really need it. Yeah, they don't really care for it. Alright, Buccaneers, we'll just go ahead and get this, and if they'll give us a 3rd round pick. They will not. Darn it. Okay, so I guess we'll just play a game of chance and go to the next round, because I don't really have enough that I'm willing to give up to trade up to the 3rd round. Actually, let's see if anybody covets. Oops. If someone covets one of those left ends, we'll be able to make a deal for the 3rd round. Okay, so the Chiefs. Chiefs have a late 3rd round pick, though. about the only thing we can get though. All right. So the next pick is the 28th pick.
The Raiders.
Fingers crossed that our guy's available.
The Oklahoma City Nighthawks are now on the clock.
Neither of them are. Dang. Well, I guess we'll go with Jarius then. Anybody else I can grab right now? This guy's a power rusher. I think I'm going to take this guy, honestly. I don't really want to take that halfback with the third round pick. I'm on the draft board. Yeah, let's take that other left end. And then if this guy's available later, which he probably won't be, but if he is available, we'll pick him up. He'll be a good 5th round pick. But I don't want to pick him in the 3rd round.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
Alright, so this guy ended up being a 71 overall. Be a good backup right end. So we got a starting left end, and then got a backup for right end.
The Oklahoma City Nighthawks are now on the clock.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd be available. However, I have some guys that are available here. Dion is available. This guy's projected to be a 2nd round pick. I could pick him up and move him to defensive tackle, although he's a little weak for defensive tackle. Small too, like weight-wise, for 3'4" defensive tackle. Pop him on the board. Kind of like this guy's top skills. Wish he was a little quicker, more agile and all that, but I do need a punter. So dang, everything tells me to take Julian, but like in my gut, I feel like Dion would be a better player to take.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Let's see if Dion's still available.
The Oklahoma City Nighthawks are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock.
Okay, so it actually wasn't anywhere near as good as I thought it'd be. Let's see if we can find out why. This break tackle could be higher. Change of direction could be higher. Ball carrier vision and spin move we can work on. Would like the ball carrier vision higher, but what is it about him that makes him so bad? This is awareness. I don't see his awareness on this. Of course, I could be blind, but that would be my guess of why he's not that great, as his awareness is really low. His toughness is really low, which means he's kind of soft, a little bit of a baby. But we'll see if we can develop him into a good elusive back. All right, now let's see if we can get our punter. Actually, I bet I can get something for. You know what? I won't make any trades. We'll just see who we can get. There is a punter that I'd really like,
Nighthawks are now on the clock.
so let's hope he's available. And he is awesome. Jeff Parks is the one that I wanted. And we're not going to get to see his card, are we? So Mr. Irrelevant is actually going to be a major piece for us. Let's see what he ended up being, though. He was a 70 overall punter, which for a punter is pretty good. 89 kick power, 83 accuracy. I like it. I like it. I like it. So yeah, that is our draft. We got some pieces. Nobody that's going to make a big difference, although Holloway will be a starter. Tucker will probably be a good piece down the road. And then these left guards, once they develop into our future starters, they'll be important pieces. And then hopefully Marion can develop. So let me rephrase that. Nobody who's going to be a key piece for this next season other than Holloway and Parks. But I really like everybody, even Woodard. I really like everyone that we picked up in this draft. I'm very satisfied with this draft. Do me a favor, in the comments, let me know what you think about this draft. See if you think I could have done better or if I did pretty good. But that's all I have for you in this episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Going into season 9 here, I know people hate getting that little ding every single day. Usually like it when there's like 3 or 4 days between a video. But I've kind of been challenging myself not to break my streak. Ever since Madden came out in early release, I've been releasing one video every single day. And all the way up until I finish this this series, I'd really like to keep my streak going and see if I can go every single day of posting a Madden video. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Even if my videos suck, which I know they do, but thank you, and enjoy season 9.